everyone, welcome to Playing Flute with Kaili. My name is Kaili Mimitz and I'm a flutist from Toronto, Canada. Today we are playing Gariboldi Flute Duet no. 4 in C major. So in this video I will perform the flute duet for you first, and then I'll play each part separately with a metronome so you can play along. This duet is special because we have a few pauses and we have a key change and a tempo change. So let's have a look at the music. You can find the PDF in the link below. So in the first flute part, in measure 8, we have 3 pauses. What we'll do is play each pause for a total of 2 beats each. So this bar then will become a total of 8 beats long. Also, after the first pause in bar 8, we have 6 eighth notes. What we'll do is play these as triplet eighth notes. This is important information for the second flute player because the second flute part in bar 8 has only 1 quarter note. So if you're playing second flute, make sure you wait 8 beats before you go on to the next bar. Then if we look forward, in the middle of the page we have Andante Mosso, where we have a key change to F major and also a time signature change to 12/8. For the purposes of this performance, we will keep the tempo the same, which means the quarter note of the previous bar will now equal the dotted quarter of the 12/8 bar. So we will still have 4 beats per bar. One other special thing we should mention about this duet is that the first flute part has 2 quarter note pickups to the first full measure. That means that we start on beats 3 and 4, and the second flute part will have to wait until the first full measure to begin. I hope that's clear, and let's get started. All right, let's tune our flutes before we begin. What we'll do is play a low A and then a high A. My flute is tuned to A equals 440. So if you have a tuner, you can also look to make sure that your flute is tuned to A equals 440. All right, so while I play my low A, you can join me and make sure you match my pitch. Then I'll play the octave higher and you can join me on the octave higher. Okay, now we're ready to play each part individually. We'll start with the first flute part, and you can play along with the first flute part, or you can play the second flute part while I play the first flute part. Things to remember again are bar 8, we're going to hold each pause for 2 beats, and we're going to play the 6/8 notes, as triplets. Also, we'll keep the same beat going from the 4/4 into the 12/8 and the andante mosso. All right, so also we have to remember that the first flute part has 2 quarter note pickup to the first full measure. So we'll hear the metronome beating at quarter note equals 112, and we'll hear 2 bars empty, and then I'll count in 1.5 bars before we start. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. All right, now we're ready for the second flute part. If you're going to be playing the first flute part, then you'll start 2 quarter beats before the second flute, and we'll again hear the metronome clicking at 112 per quarter note, and we'll hear 2 empty bars, and then I'll count 1.5 bars. Then there'll be 2 beats silent where the first flute will come in, and the second flute will start on beat 1. Okay, also let's remember that in bar 8, the second flute will be waiting for 8 counts in that pause bar. And then the following bar, in the 9th bar, we have a bar of rest. And again, the first flute will play 2 quarter notes on beats 3 and 4 before we get to bar 10. All right, let's try it out. So here is the second flute part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, that was a little bit tricky, and I hope you had a lot of fun learning this duet and playing along with me. See you next time.